So I did a Strun Incarnon video, and honestly, I love the Strun Incarnon. It's amazing. But the Latron, as we all know by now, is probably one of the best Incarnon weapons. It's crazy how good it is. A lot of people have already made videos on this weapon, but I am sick at the moment, so please excuse my nasally voice. And I'm late to the party. That's okay though. So here's my take on this weapon and the builds I enjoy running. This is going to be a quick, straight to the point, no BS guide, so let's get into it. Before we proceed, you know the deal. Smash that like button, my good Tano. It really supports me. Alright, let's go over the evolutions. The first evolution is obviously you getting headshots to charge the Incarnon bar like every other Incarnon weapon. And the Incarnon version of the Latron is basically a projectile that bounces off the surface it hits and ping-pongs everywhere exploding, and it's quite satisfying to use in corridors. The second evolution, we have Riddled Target, which increases your damage, and on puncture status effect you gain 25% multi-shot for 8 seconds, which stacks up 4 times. So that's 100% multi-shot. The next one is Swift Punishment, which increases your damage as well, and with 1.2 sprint speed or higher, you have 30% direct damage per status type affecting the target. This does stack with Galvanized Savvy. Here you have a choice. You choose the first one and gain 100% extra multi-shot. However, you need to bear in mind that you only apply puncture off the base weapon's projectile and the AoE explosion, and not the Incarnon projectile. So it means that you will still proc this, you just need to keep in mind to ping pong the projectile around so that it applies puncture and keeps your extra multi-shot stacks up. Or you can go the sprint speed one and prime with a primer and do an extra 30% damage on top of Galvanized Savvy's 40% damage per status type affecting the target. I'm using the multi-shot as I find that it does a bit more damage in some cases because I am using Galvanized Savvy already and I haven't fully tested which one does more damage directly, but the multi-shot is nice for killing extra amounts of enemies, whereas the damage per status chance evolution will do more damage to single target because remember, Galvanized Savvy does not apply to AoE projectiles. So yeah, priming will not work for groups of enemies. It will work for single target and hitting it with the actual projectile and not AoE. Evolution 3 is minus weapon recoil, magazine capacity, and then zoom. Just pick zoom. Trust me, this is the way. Fourth evolution, you have flensing spikes, which is armor stripping per puncture status effect, which is quite strong on paper. Remember what I mentioned earlier where you can only apply puncture off the base weapon and AoE, so it's a bit more tricky to do, but it is still strong. Your choice here. Personally, it's a bit tedious sometimes. Headshot multiplier. Could work. Pair with primary deadhead and eclipse, and it could be pretty decent for single target damage, as the Latron Incarnon does so much damage for extra enemies anyway, so that wouldn't be a problem. Then critical parallel, which is increased crit chance and crit damage. This is the one I go for, as this gives you those nice orange and red crits and the crit damage, so this is huge. How you build this weapon determines your last evolution, but my suggestion is go the multi-shot, go minus zoom and critical parallel. That's what I am running at the moment. Alright, let's talk about the builds I go. The first one is your good old classic viral hunter munitions crit build, the usual. Anyway, galvanized chamber, vital sense, critical delay, hunter munitions, malignant force, rhyme rounds, galvanized aptitude for that priming of single target enemies. Only use this if you are really going for something like Thraxes or Demolishers and so on. And then a Bane of Grineer for that bleed damage increase. This build is used for disruption mostly. If you don't want to prime, drop galvanized attitude, remove rhyme rounds and go cryo rounds instead, and then go amalgam serration and you will be chilling. Exilus, ish. Whatever your heart desires. I didn't feel like forming it again. I would say you can go a ammo mutation if you really want to, but I have not struggled with ammo with this weapon at all. Arcane is primary Merciless for that extra reload and damage. Second build is for Thraxes and Void Cascade. The exact same, except instead of a Bane, we go Amalgam Serration for flat damage because there's no Banes for Thraxes. So yeah, if you want to take Corpus out, then just go Flat Toxin. Or if you really want to, you can go Corrosive Heat and drop hunting munitions, or even keep hunting munitions. I don't know. Do what your heart desires. Have fun with this weapon. It's not built in one way. However, I found that my first config is pretty good as an all-round build with the viral slash. And then the second config is really good for Void Cascade. How strong is this weapon? Easily shreds Acolytes, destroys Thraxes, and destroys Demolishers. I have yet to take it to level cap. We'll do that on stream sometime. I don't know when, but yeah. Do I need to say more about this weapon? No. Everyone's already made a video on it. I'm late, but yeah, I just wanted to make a video on it. But I will say the armor stripping plus priming plus Incarnon form, it's just mint. You just can't go wrong with that, and the ping pong effect is really satisfying seeing the numbers everywhere. The only thing is bigger rooms will make this weapon suffer a little bit because the projectile will just yeet off into outer space or go straight for the roof, so smaller rooms definitely makes this weapon shine more because it just bounces everywhere. It's quite funny. Quick video. I hope you enjoyed the vid. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.